star mode.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Sound cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy SoDebNair, and I'm back with another video, guys. Before we get started today, guys, let's go ahead and make sure we take care of this business. If you guys have not, or if you're new, go ahead and like, subscribe, turn on notifications. When you turn on the notifications, make sure you hit all so you get notified every time I post a new video. Comment below, let me know what you guys think, and that's pretty much it. So this video is going to be fun for me. This is the first time that me and my ex have done something together on my channel, and I'm excited about it because, you know, I want to ask some hard questions about dating me. And I thought, you know, this is the last day of Pride Month, is where I have all my Pride gear on. I couldn't find my Pride glasses, but I would have wore those today. But I wore most of my Pride stuff today, and so I wanted to make sure that I did something for the last day of Pride. And so I wanted to bring them on here. What's going on while we're waiting? Where you guys coming from? Hey, what's going on? Carmen, Tina, Christina, hey. Marquita Robinson, hey. And you guys have submitted some questions as well, so at the end we'll answer those questions. What's going on, Portia? And Songbird 1357. Hey from Miami. Hey, you, glad to see you. Glad to see you as well. Akron, Ohio. What's going on, Donna? Ahmad, Buckeyes, what's going on? Everybody is coming in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest on. Hey, from Louisiana. For a minute, okay. Images. All right, so I'm gonna bring my guest on so that we can go ahead and get into this. And if you guys didn't read the title of this show, it's gonna be my ex asking me hard questions. And I seen this on a podcast. Well, I heard it on a podcast called I can't remember the name of it. I'll tell you guys later. But I wanted to do this because I thought this would be fun. And I've never asked him hard questions about, or let him ask hard questions to me. So I thought it'd be fun. So I'm gonna bring him on. Hey. And if you guys don't know, he has his own channel. It's Love and Lights. Where's this thing at?
Love and Light
Oh,
TV.
yeah. Wait, this is messing up. Yes, Love and Light TV. His link is actually in the description. So if you guys want to subscribe to his channel, you definitely can do that. But what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
This is so odd, right?
This is odd because I have said for years that you should do YouTube, and
Yeah.
now you're doing YouTube and you're winning, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you know, this has been a different type of journey because, you know, I normally do audio stuff. And so now it's like I'm able to do this. And I'm actually really enjoying being able to interact with the people that are on YouTube and do the show at the same time. Yes, Lay Taylor. Yes, what the girl's been waiting, the legendary Free to Be Me. Okay. He gives me Q vibes, LOL. Oh, okay. Yeah, people. So the craziest thing was this that I read in the comments. I didn't put this on as a question. A lot of people don't know that me and you actually were together.
Who didn't know that? I think, like, for me, because
Well, you know, we've had two different lives since we broken up.
very true.
Yeah, so I think that, you know, with your new life, I haven't been a part of that, you know, and so, well, maybe behind closed doors.
Wait a minute. but you were invited to be a part. I just want to make sure we make
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, like, you know, visually, like we haven't been seen together,
right,
and things like that. So maybe that's why people don't know that.
right,
Because there's a lot of women on this channel.
right.
So they're like, I didn't know this, you know, and so I think that, look, Miss EBR, she said, I did not totally shocked. There was a lot of people who were like shocked that we had been together. I'm like, I was like number one, and you know, I don't know.
Right.
I was the husband. But you know, you know, it's funny because it's like my friends that I hang around now probably don't know who you are. Like a lot of, like, even when I posted it today, they were like, I didn't know that was your ex.
Wow.
So I guess it's probably because we probably don't use each other's names when we say we have an ex.
Very true. Well,
So,
I do talk about you. I don't use your stage name, but I do
yeah.
talk about you often. Everybody.
Maybe that's what it is.
Everybody that I know knows of you. They know who you are. They know who you are to me now, who you were to me then, and I'm so proud. Like, I cannot stress enough how proud I am that I got to spend 10 years of my life with you. Like, I'm so grateful that I really got a chance to spend time and space with you and many road trips for 10 years. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, Jonathan Parker says, it's strange how I've come to know both from different spectrums of YouTube, but kind of intersecting. Yeah, it's like, I guess I kind of thought everyone knew that we had already dated or were married or whatever, because I always just refer to you as my ex-husband. I never say like, oh, this Love and Light TV, you know. So you know, maybe that's what it is. I never thought about that.
Right. And I think because our lives are so different and we are completely different people than who we were back then, that I think that also plays a part of it as well. And I just want everybody to know that I probably love you more today than I loved you the day we got married. So, yeah.
Miss Evie, she said you shared he was your first love. I always say that. I always say that. You're like the only person I actually got into a relationship. Well, only man I ever got in a relationship with. So
very true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very true.
Chi-Town says, y'all aren't gonna make my emotional self cry today.
You know what?
Everybody's saying, "Oh,
yeah," because I think we have a beautiful story, right?
Yeah.
Our story is absolutely amazing because when we got together, all we wanted to do was love each other and like be the best that we could be, and we had no roadmap. We didn't have mentors, and we only tried to emulate what we saw without knowing full disclosure of what was really going on in people's lives. And so we did not get a chance to have what we have now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the truth is, and I'll say this again, and I will say it throughout this broadcast, if I was the person then that I am today, me and you would still be married.
So Teresa says Mike gets points for being gratification, and you know who that is. You know
Mom,
who that is.
Listen, Mom, you already know I love your son. Your son has changed my life. Y'all already know. Like, he is my family. He is my family. Period.
She said 2 points for loving you more today.
I love you too, Mom.
Let's see.
Pastor.
I ain't gonna try to pronounce his name. It says, my ex and I were together for 8 years and we've been separated for 10 years and we are the best of friends. I know a lot of people that are like this. So yeah, that's what's up.
But honestly, SoDebNair, I think that's how we are. You know what I mean?
But it took us a long periodic amount of time to get here.
It did. And we'll talk about why it took so long, because I have some questions. And we're going to reveal a lot on this episode, because I think because your mom is a pastor, my mom is a pastor, we were pastors, we have learned to keep things so, sometimes undercover, and we don't talk about a lot of things. So I think a lot of people have questions about us, especially when they've seen me in other relationships and they've seen me doing other things, they have a lot of questions. So today I'm putting it all out on the table. Everything I'm putting it out 100% honest on the table.
Well, I wanted to do this because I think most of the times it's about, I think you've done stuff where they ask you about me,
Right.
or if we've done stuff together, it's about us, but it's
Right.
never been like, how did you feel about me? Right.
Right.
And so I think that that's important to understand the dynamics of me and you.
Right.
Understand me a little bit more, but also understand why we have the friendship that we have. Right.
Right. And you know what's crazy is that I remember when we were not in a good place, and I would pray and I would ask God, I would be like, God, I just want my friend back. Or I would say, I just want us to be okay. And the fact that we are there, that just
but we were mean to each other when we broke up, though. That is very honest. We were mean to each other.
We were very immature, very mean. And let me tell you this, everything that I ever sold out towards you, baby, I got that shit back.
Well, I knew that was going to happen.
You did say that.
One of my favorite sayings is that I'm one of God's favorites. So, you're not about to do me like I thought you did me and not get it back. So, I knew it was going to happen.
Right. Because what's funny? Because I've only had, since there's only been 2 other major relationships that I've been in, except outside of the one I'm in now, that you approve of, but we'll talk about that. But when we broke up.
Wait, I approved of?
I said, except the one that I'm in now that you approve of.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't know if I did that, but yeah, you're right.
No, let's make this clear. My other past 2 relationships, you did not approve of. You were very clear. You did not like it. You were like, this is not good. This is not you. This is not where you should be. So those exes, many times when they get angry, they would love to get on social media and just drag the hell out of me, right? Mike is of this, Mike is of that, Mike is of this. And I would always say to myself, the only person who really knows me is Aaron. Like, y'all don't know me. The only people who know me is Aaron. So we'll talk about all that today. And so I'm ready.
Okay. So do you want to get into the questions that you have for me now, or do you want to answer the question that we got first?
So let's answer the questions, because just in case, so I won't repeat. You know what I mean? So there won't be a repeat. So
that the people asked us?
Yeah, the people asked us.
Okay. Okay. So the first question is, I think the main question is, why did you break up? Then do you have any regrets, and how are you able to remain friends after the breakup?
You want to go first?
Why we broke up, honestly, it still bothers me to this day. I don't really know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that. And I think that's why I was so angry for a very long time, because I didn't understand that.
Right.
Do you have any regrets? I regret that we were each other's first, like major coming out story dating wise.
Right.
Because I feel like if we would have known I guess what you kind of said earlier, like if we knew what we know now, it probably would have worked out a lot better, back then. But we were learning at that time. And you were my very first person. It was so weird, because, we met on social media. I came to your house and the next day we were like boyfriends, and I was like, oh, it works fast like this. I didn't know, so it was really weird, but I went along for the ride.
Right.
And then the last question is, how are you able to remain friends after the breakup? A lot of drinking. No, I'm just playing. A lot. It's a lot of work, honestly.
Right.
It actually took me, I think we became friends because I stopped being intimidated of people you dated.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest about that.
Right.
I didn't like that you were dating people because I feel like there was no closure between me and you.
Right.
Right. So I didn't like anybody. I didn't want nobody talking to you.
Right.
I didn't want you, I didn't want you to be happy with nobody but me until we figured this out. And our last interaction when we broke up was we went to a counselor. We were supposed to continue to do that. So I just thought that, it was going to happen when we got back. I didn't think you were actually going to let me leave the house. And this was going to be it, honestly. To be honest, I didn't know that. I didn't think that.
All my exes say that. They're like, when you said you were done, I never thought you would really be done. Like, I didn't believe you.
Well, I can't speak on them because there was never a husband, but I'm just saying, I didn't we have been together for so long.
Right.
We have been through so much stuff together that I didn't think that that was going to be it. I thought that, you know, oh, he's mad. And maybe at this point, like I'm mad because I moved out. But I was thinking like, okay, he's going to come get me up out of this place that I'm at some point and be like, come back home, you know.
So I can tell you this, there were so many days that I wanted to do that. And the real reason why we broke up was because I was just an ass, period. Like that's like, I want to be, like I said, I was going to be 100% honest. I was an ass and I did not treat you right. I did not. I didn't know how, right? And then on top of that, I didn't even know me. So there was no way that I would be okay to know you or to be able to build a life with you because I wasn't my most honest and authentic self then, right?
Mm-hmm.
The crazy part is you knew the real me, but other people did not. And that was part of the reason that I feel like, you know, things happened between us because I did not know who I was at the time. It took me a long time to really find myself. And I had to go through a lot of breakings in order to be able to find myself. But I didn't handle this marriage right. I didn't handle you right. I didn't handle the love that we had for each other right. And I was an ass. And that's the real reason why we're not together. What was the second question? Do I have any regrets? Yes. I completely regret the way that I acted in our marriage. And we'll talk a little bit about that because I really want people to know that I was so entitled as a pastor. I felt like because I was a pastor, you should listen to what I say. You know, it should be the way that I think things should be. And, you know, I didn't want you having fun. Remember, I never wanted you to go to Pride. I never wanted you to go out. I never wanted you to drink.
But that was weird to me because when we first met, you were picking me up from the club.
Okay, but let's tell why though. So
I was working.
At the time that me and you got together, I just broke up with a church boy, right?
Oh yeah. That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just tired of church boys. I wanted somebody different, but I guess I thought that that's what I wanted, but I didn't know for sure. And so the fact that you were smoking, the fact that you were drinking, the fact that you were in the club, that was a turn on to me. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to love you, but I wanted to change you. And I wanted you to be a first gentleman, and I wanted you to dress a certain way and act a certain way and be a certain way. And whenever you didn't, then that made me angry because it made me feel like, okay, you're not looking out for my destiny. You know, I'm called to preach. And so I was a very selfish and very, the word to come to me, but I was very selfish.
You were very entitled.
Very entitled. Very,
Yes.
very, very entitled. Yeah.
And then the last question was, how are you able to remain friends after the breakup?
Child, because once I grew up and I realized that I was the one who messed this up, I did whatever I could to fix it.
I feel like I forced you to be my friend, but that's fine.
No, you did not force me to be your friend. I wanted us to, like, honestly, the fact that we're doing this right now, I manifested this. I mean, this is your show. But I manifested this for years because, you know, I would ask you for years, can we please do YouTube together? Can we please get out and tell our story? And at the time, you weren't there at that time.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I could not. And I honestly, because I felt like, is this over? You know, it took me a long time to like let that sit in. And I don't think that you gave me that it was over situation. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, you are very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Who knows?
Like you just do whatever.
Right.
And then you'll come back and be like, I'm sorry. Like I didn't, you know, that's not what I meant.
Well, I don't do that anymore, but I used to do that. So you're right.
But I'm saying at that time, you were a lot like that. So I'm like, it doesn't matter how big the problem is. He's gonna be like, you know, I didn't mean it. I apologize, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Right.
Which is why we had issues with apologies. We'll talk about that later. Right. But you know, so when that happened, I'm like, I done got to the point I moved out this house. He's about to show up and bring like Jesus Christ down from earth. Yes, like I thought that, you know what I'm saying? I thought that, you know, I was like literally look out the window, like he gonna find out where I'm at, and it's gonna happen. And someday I look at the window all the time, it just never happened. But you know, but I did think that though.
Right.
All right, let's go to the next one. How many times did you two go through marriage counseling before you both just said, forget this, and threw in the towel and said, I can't do this no more? I tried, but I can't go on like this. And I think there's another part to this. Hold on, wait, I think there's another part to this. Well, let's answer this. If it comes back up, then I'll say it.
Yeah, that never happened. I think I don't think there ever came to a place where we just threw in the towel, and like in that sense. We did go to some marriage counseling. That didn't go that well. And,
for you.
For me, because I did not want to hear what the therapist had to say. Now, it's crazy the fact that I'm a therapist and a life coach today, right? And so to see that and to see how I was then is like, damn, like really? But, I don't think that we gave counseling a chance.
Don't say we.
Okay. I don't think I gave counseling a chance with us.
Yes. Because the stuff that she asked to do, I did it. You would not do it. And then we went back to her. She was like, well, what do you think? I'm like, I got a whole list of things that she told us to do, and you don't have nothing. So it was that. But I felt like I thought that was hard for you. I thought that counseling was really hard for you.
It was.
Because trying to self-identify who you were at that time,
right,
and being in that space,
right,
at the same time,
right,
we're clashing with each other,
right.
So I always knew that, but I think that we've had that conversation so many times. I'm like, I'm trying to do whatever I can do to like, listen, I got you. We are good. I need you to get on the same page with me.
Right.
Like, be authentic, be who you are. Who cares? This, and you're like, no, I'm the pastor, and this is what's going to happen, and we're going to do this way, and this. Like it was just like, okay.
See, what I want people to know is that I did not start changing until I started living my truth.
Yeah.
And I could not live my truth until I killed, hear me, until I killed the liar in me. Now, I wasn't the type of person to just tell you bold-faced lies to your face, although I did do that with you sometimes, Aaron. But I mean, SoDebNair. But the lie that I was living was the fact that I just wasn't walking in my full truth. And because of that, I would present the pastor in our counseling sessions and not Mike. You get what I'm saying? So you can't fix a lie. You can't fix something that's fake. And that's all I knew to do at that time was to present an image. And so that's the number one reason why counseling didn't work for us, because she started to challenge.
Not for us, for you. Say for you, not for us.
The reason why it did not work for our marriage
yes. Okay. We can go with that. Is because I was so busy trying to keep up an image that I couldn't fix Mike. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
I had to fix
I actually think you should do a video about just that part of your life, because a lot of people don't understand that. You know, I always understood that. And I think our biggest battle was that. It was like
that was the biggest battle. Yes, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I just want you to be you, and like who you were at home and who you were outside of the house was just two different people. But I understood it because of your background. So, and I was just we had the same background. I was just more rebellious than you were.
Right.
Because I didn't get it. I didn't care.
So with our parents. Sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, can you see me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
Okay. So with our parents both being pastors, I felt like, well, of course, he's going to automatically know how to, fall in line with this. And this was going to be a great relationship. His mom is a pastor. His dad is a first gentleman. Like, he already knows what to do. And again, me being raised the way that I was, I've only known how to present an image. I didn't know how to present my real self.
Yeah. Let's go to the next question. What was the signs and turning points for both of you to say, I give up? Oh, that was the other part of this question.
Right.
Do you want to answer this first?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. What was it? Remind me.
My sign and my turning point for us to for me to leave the house was we really were not on the same page. It was so bad. Like it wasn't, nothing was working. And after 10 years, well, I think at that time it was probably like 9 or 8 years. But after that time frame, like we shouldn't be in this place at this time. Like it just was, it was, to me, it was unbearable. And even though I see my parents go through things, they were still able to get back on track. And I just felt like I wanted maybe more loyalty from you than anything. And I didn't feel like you were giving me that.
Right. I wasn't consistent. I think someone just made a comment about reading me about not being a husband. I wasn't. I didn't know how to be a husband. I didn't know how to do shit, to be honest. The only thing I knew how to do was preach. That's it.
Yeah.
And that showed in every part of my life. So, I don't know. I don't really know when it was enough for me. I just think that when I realized that things were not going the way that I thought that they should go, then I just kind of checked out, and that was problematic.
Yeah, and so one thing I don't want to do is to make this like a toxic space. So give me 1 second. And my mom know this. I don't want this to be a toxic space. We're giving our honest opinions and experiences off of us. This is two people who are just coming out at the same time, learning things. I don't know what, like everything that happened outside of after me, I don't want that brought into this. Okay. So I'm going to check the room real quick because whatever happened after me, which is probably what these people that are in the chat are saying, that has nothing to do with me. I don't really care. And it's not for me. It's not for this show right now. So if y'all gonna come in here and do that, I'm telling you right now, my mom's enough to block all your comments and get y'all up out of here. And I'm just being honest.
Right. But let me say this at the same time, SoDebNair. Let the people say whatever they want to say. And I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
tell
no,
you
no.
why.
I don't
I'm gonna tell you
no.
why.
I've already had enough stuff in here. I don't do that. If it's negative, it's no timeout, you're blocked.
Right. I just think that my life has been extremely public, and I have made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes for me to be in the position that I have been in. You get what I'm saying? And and because of that, I think that has just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And so I will continue to rebuild my name, rebuild my character, and rebuild whatever I can do over time, and let people see how much I actually have changed.
Yeah. And I guess for me, like whatever happened with you afterwards, it's weird for me because it's like when people come to me, I'm like, that's not the person that I know. This is not, I don't have answers for this stuff. So like, please leave me alone. I don't care,
Right. The crazy thing is I didn't even realize that so many people were that concerned about my life. Like I'm honestly grateful that these people, I don't know them, they know me.
Yeah.
And when they comment about me, that means that they care about me. I don't know them. So when they drag me, that means they care about me, because I can't drag them. So it is what it is. But I
But
will
I
say
want
this.
to, but let me read this. This is from my best friend, and you know who this is. She said, "You have both grown so much, beautiful to see." This is someone who have experienced this situation, right? There was a lot that went on while we dated, but she knows this. We have grown into two totally different people,
Right.
and I think that just looking from the surface, like I'm not doing it. So,
right. I just think that what people don't understand, and this is what.
I'm laughing at the comments because you're saying my name. That's all.
All right. So, but for this, I think this, like, I want to be an example of what a lot of people need to do when they mess up relationships, right? And my new mantra has been, it's my fault, I made the mess, I'll clean it up.
Yeah.
And I'm committed to that. I
Yeah.
realized I'd done this relationship, this marriage wrong. I was wrong. And whatever it takes for me to clean it, whatever it takes for me to fix it, whatever it takes for me to bring healing to it, that's what I'm going to do. Because y'all
Mhm.
will drag me this year, but next year you'll celebrate me. So it just it happens.
I want to answer this, Lay Taylor. This is not closure for us. We already have closure.
Yeah.
I actually asked him. I said, "Do you want to do our what we came on here to do, or answer the questions first?" And he wanted to answer you guys' questions first. Me, we've already had closure. Like we're
Right.
good. We
Right.
are really good.
Right.
But
And
you guys asked questions, and so I wanted to answer them, but he wanted to answer those before he asked me the questions that he's going to ask me
right.
personally. But outside of that, we're really good.
Right. We like when I tell you that me and Aaron are family, we are family. And we have spent a lot of time together. We talk to each other every day on the phone or through text message when we're going through things. You know, he is probably one of the first people that I call, especially if I have a question about me. I'll be like, am I really like this? Do I really do that? And he'll be like, yeah. He won't even let me get it out. I'll just be like, like, yeah. So we have a great relationship. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think that's what the universe wanted for us from the beginning. And maybe we just didn't see it at the time.
Well, I got to read my super chat. So again, my best friend said, "You both have grown so much. It really is beautiful to see. Thank you so much for the super chat." And then we have Busy Blue. He said, "Let me know who I got to fight. I got you." Thank you so much. Let's go through a little bit of comments and I'll go to the next one. No negativity, positive vibes only. Y'all know how this works. My minds are in the chat. Absolutely keep it respectful and respectfully leave. That's what it is. Miss EBR, she says, "I still love you, Mike. I'm not perfect and Mike mistakes too. And thank God he doesn't allow man to judge me." Essence 818 says, "I just want to say that I don't think it's ironic that you are now a life coach when at a point you didn't react well to therapy. Your experience can help you reach those who are resistant." So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Can I
trying to
say
tell you.
something about that? Can
Yeah,
I
go
say,
ahead, go
is it
ahead.
okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Very true. One of the reasons why people come to me for therapy is because they saw my struggle, right?
Yeah,
People saw my struggle and they saw the way that I was broken and and just the way that I acted and handled things. And so it makes them feel a little bit more comfortable. So I get people confessing things to me that they would never confess to other people because they know that somewhere along the line I can relate to it.
yeah. Tina says, "So Deb, don't let anyone feel like they can steal what and who you are. I think you're so deep, sincere, and I love your vibes." Absolutely, thank you. Miss Eva, she's in the chat. She said, "Who hasn't been wrong in a relationship though? People need to be real with themselves. Appreciate your honesty." Absolutely. Honestly, the real reason why I wanted to do this is because we did this on your channel before.
We did.
Um, but we're on your, and I'll put the link to the one we did on your channel in the description. But I want people to see that all breakups don't have to be bad, right?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
This channel grew so fast that I'm trying to give a lot in a little bit of time because I want people to understand the base of me before they get the other
Right.
part. Because I can be a really rude bitch, but I'm trying. I'm being nice. Dominique says, "Mike, your mantra is so good, so much. Yes, thank you for sharing that."
I didn't know.
um,
I was always raised to, you don't show weakness, you don't show vulnerability, you don't
yeah,
show your human side, you don't show your mess ups, you cover them, you act like they weren't there, you act like, that they didn't exist, and you don't let people see you broken. I want you all to see me broken. I want you all to see me mess up. I want you all to have feelings about past things that you may think because none of y'all were there, but you may think you know it. I want y'all to do that because then I also want you to watch me as I rebuild my shit. I want you to watch me as I do the work and I don't depend on anyone else to do it for me, but I'm going to do it myself. And hopefully that will give somebody a roadmap to know that, if Mike can come from everything that he's come from and look at where he is now, I can do the same thing. So it's all for good.
yeah. This question came up a lot. It says, I have a sincere question. Would you all ever get back together? A lot of people ask this question.
Right.
I'm gonna let you answer this first, and then I'll answer after you.
Right. So I'm in a completely different place in life now, but if we could get back together, yes. Isn't that ironic? Wait a minute, hold up. Remember when we did an interview years ago and somebody asked us that question and I was like, no.
No.
But no, honestly, if there's some way we could have worked this out, if Aaron was polyamorous, I would love for that to be. Yes.
Yes. I'm a Virgo. You know how we can get. Absolutely. They said Virgos, we love hard. We love so much. We forget about ourselves. Absolutely.
Which is
Team
toxic.
Virgos.
That's toxic.
First of all, that's not toxic. What that is being realistic. Not the person who you're dating can't receive that, then that's toxic. Because nobody should be rejecting love because love is God. And if you can't receive God, then what are we doing? But that's a different part for a different type of story. For that question, I always say no because I'm like, I look at you as like a brother to me now. And I think because we work so hard for a friendship, and you know, I put things in boxes for me. Right. So you know, at some point, yes, we could have gotten back together, but now like we talk every day as friends. Like, I mean, even with your new partner, like I'm like, how is Monty doing? You know, things like that. Like I would never even want to involve myself in that because I'm like, you know, I come in as an HBIC, it's gonna be a whole mess. I can't do it, you know, but you know, so I feel like, you know, I don't see how that would work as us being friends now. And I feel like we built the friendship in the beginning of this, which is why we were able to become friends afterwards.
Right. Right.
Because we did not have sex when we first met for a very long time.
Right.
Yeah. And it was because I didn't know him. I just knew that he liked me, and I had never had a boyfriend before. So yeah.
Right. Right.
Let's go to the next question. Why the F y'all broke up? Y'all look so damn good.
Because I was an asshole. That's why we broke up. Aaron did not want to break up. I wanted to break up because things weren't going my way. And I was very narcissistic. I definitely exhibited sociopathic behaviors. And
let me ask you a question. If I didn't pack my stuff up and leave that day, would we had to stay together?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe it's because I smoke weed now and my brain cells don't work exactly the way they used to, and I'm okay with that, right? I don't remember it going like that, but I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. I just don't remember you leaving. I remember me leaving, but I don't. So that's what I'm saying. So whatever you say, that's how.
Let me jog your memory real quick. Okay. I'm gonna jog your memory real quick. If you don't remember this, then we can let it go. So you actually I think you took my iPad or my phone and you read messages from my friends who were helping me leave. Do you remember this?
Yeah. Yes, that is it. Okay. Were they your friends though?
We're still friends till this day. Yes, they were my friends. But that's how you found out that I was leaving.
Right, that you were planning on leaving. Right. That's true. Yes. That's very true. And then after that, actually, we were going to break up one time before when we were living in.
We were going to break up multiple times before this. We broke up multiple times.
But hold on. But I want to say one time that I do remember is when you took a job in Orlando.
Yes.
And you moved down there, and I think circumstances kind of brought us back together. But more so
when I left for Orlando, I thought we were broken up.
Oh,
that's why I left. Well, you told we've had this conversation, and you were like, I never knew. I was like, I feel like an idiot because I didn't even know. It's funny to me today because it's like I cried all the way to Orlando because I'm like, I'm out. Like I can't do this. And you're like, I didn't even know you had like was out the relationship.
I didn't.
But to me that's why I feel like when the last time I didn't feel like we were really done. Because we was all like, we always get mad at them, but we always come back to each other. So it was like, I left, and you didn't even think that I left. So I thought the same thing, but it just was over the last time. So yeah, I thought that. So that makes sense.
But what are you gonna say if you wouldn't have packed your bags that day? What?
Oh, do you think, like, if I didn't leave that day, do you think we would have stayed together after that?
No, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to be your husband. I wasn't ready to be anybody's husband or anyone's boyfriend. I needed to find me, and you finally releasing me, in a sense,
was it opened up a lot of doors for you to be you, because I wasn't your responsibility anymore. Yeah. And I think making me happy was hard. I feel like maybe us meeting and getting into the relationship that we were in, and because of all the things that we did go through, and even the openness that we tried to have, it still was a lot because you didn't get to experience being a free person outside of being in a relationship.
Right.
Is that right?
Had that. I never had that. Yes, you're 100% correct. You always encouraged me to be my most authentic self. Yeah. You wanted me to be the same Mike that you saw at home. You wanted me to be that person all the time. Yeah. And what people don't know during that time, like, people are so shocked because, I do OnlyFans and, I'm out here living my best whole life. But what people don't know is my first time ever recording sexually was with you.
Don't you do that. Don't do that. That was not on the internet, so don't do that. Don't do that.
No, it was no. I'm not saying it was on the internet. It was never on the internet. I don't want your mom to go crazy. But no, what I'm saying is my first time ever recording sexually was with you. My first time ever having a threesome or having sex with multiple people at one time was with you. So you wanted me to be that same person all the time, and I was scared. Like, I remember when you went to DC Pride or Miami Pride, I can't remember.
It was I actually went to both while we were together, but it was the DC Pride.
And I was so angry. But you know what I was really angry about? That I didn't.
I was going to be free. Yes.
That's I knew that because I wanted that freedom. I wanted to be able to go. I wanted to be able to go to the clubs, but I felt like.
But since you're saying that, do you know what the funny part about that was? When I left, I was driving because I had just got that car, I think. And you were like, you called me, you was bothering the hell out of me. And we got into it before I left. And I tried to sneak out and leave to go because my brother was like, you need a break. And I needed a break. I needed a break for real. It was a lot. And all that church stuff was a lot for me. But the funny part was, I will never forget this. When I got there, he was like, I want to break up. And I said, so you're going to break up me during the Pride?
John, I was trying to manipulate shit. I'm sorry.
You called back like 5 minutes, like, I don't want to break up. Because, I was about to turn out. I'm single now, too. Oh, I'm good. Yes, let's do it.
Let the record
but
show.
I always,
let the record show you did turn out anyway. So
no, not that time I didn't. That time I did not. Matter of fact, we slept most of that time.
Okay.
We stayed at the house. We went out like for 2 nights. We were supposed to go out the third night, but we went to sleep. We never even did nothing. I was exhausted from driving to DC that time. When I got there, we went out on that, I think it was that Saturday. Sunday, I was exhausted. And because literally my life had changed from us dating, this was a lot for me to like endure all this energy from being in clubs and stuff. I couldn't do a whole 3-day tour of the clubs. I couldn't do it.
Right. And I think, again, you were thrusted into a life that you didn't want either, and you were very clear with me from day one. You told me, you was like, I do not want to do anything with church. From day one, you told me that. And I was like, but you're going to do it anyway.
You did say that.
But
you also did stuff that kind of made me want to do it too. Like, you would preach in your living room and then come upstairs and kiss me. And then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can do this. That was cute. Then we traveled and we did stuff like, like not sexual stuff, but just very intimate things. And so, I was kind of I fell into the trap, and at that point it was like, I got him now. Now I can treat him like that. No, I'm just like, you would treat me that. But it was like that. It was like almost like I wish that I'd have kept my guards up a little longer.
You know, my other first real relationship before you, I did the same exact thing to him. You know, even though he was more ministry prone, I did the same exact thing. It was just a behavior pattern. And again, for me, I had to kill the image. I had to kill the liar. I had to kill the part of me that was so worried about the way that I looked in front of people that I didn't even treat the people that loved me the most the same. So, you know what I mean? So it just, I had to change. It was me. It was me.
Yeah. All right. So I think we have like 2 more questions left. What did he do that annoyed you the most? I don't even think it was like relationship stuff. I think the thing that annoyed me the most about you was when you got sick spitting in that cup.
Now I'm over here looking at my partner.
I like that was so disgusting to me.
When I cough and spit.
I'm happy that Monty can deal with that, and I thank God from every day.
That. He hates
because
that.
it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
That's how I heal.
When I read that question, that was the first thing that came to mind. That when you get sick, you spit in that cup and you sit it by the bed, and it stays there until you're not sick anymore. That was the thing that got on my nerves the most.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the thing that annoys me the most about you, and this is the funny part. Like, this is so funny, okay? And his mom is watching, and she knows this is the truth. Aaron is always right about everything. Listen, let me tell you something. In his family, they call him Aaron everything because he is right about I don't care what it is. So let me tell you something. This would have saved our marriage too if I would have stopped trying to prove to you that I was right. Because the truth of the matter is, that's why, like, when you just corrected me when I said that's toxic. Now, I done been to school, I done got a degree, I done went to all this to be able to say that that's toxic. You said, no, it's not. Guess what I did? I was like, you're right. Because when you know something, Aaron, there's just no changing you. Yeah. And that's just what it is. And but I mean, I like it, but that annoys me too.
I'm sure it does annoy you, but I mean, but your love language is words of affirmation. I feel like because I got so many words of affirmation and you didn't get it, that was a problem too. Because would you have loved to be called Mike everything? Like, you would have loved that.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would have loved that. And that is the truth. That is the truth. I felt like you did get that. I don't know if I was jealous about that part. I don't think I was jealous about that part, but what I love.
No, you were very jealous because you were like, well, I don't want to talk about this because you know your family does this and your family just loves you so much. And it's about Aaron everything. This is why you're so spoiled. You're spoiled. I'm like, and I am spoiled. And you need to spoil me too.
Exactly. Exactly. And that means always giving Aaron his way. I wish his mom would comment because she would confirm this. Aaron wants his way on everything, and that's just the truth.
Dominique said, is it toxic? Mike is right. That whole I love you so much, forget about myself tease leads to a ton of resentment and can feed into a victim mentality. You can pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. Right. I don't believe in being selfish, but I believe in being self-full. That means you have to put yourself first so that you can be everything you need to be in order to help somebody else. And I wasn't self-full. I was operating out of image and not out of authenticity.
Yeah. Do you want to read this? It says, well, do you want to read it before you?
It says, Mike, as a Tiger Tour viewer, I appreciate you being honest about those specific character flaws. Yes. You know what? The way that God set it up for me to change was I spent my time with Aaron. Aaron broke the ground up in me, right? To like learn to be authentic, to learn to grow, to learn to be better. When I got into the relationship with Ty, and we're going to have a conversation about that as well. there was a lot that I did not know, and then I was taking on another relationship that I just wasn't ready for, and I love Ty, and my heart is still broke, about his passing, but I needed to be in a relationship with Aaron, and I needed to be in a relationship with Ty to help me become the person that I am today.
Yes, Ahmad Price said he's loving this interview. How can we post questions? Let Taylor just put it in the chat. We're going to, because we should have did this last. We're never going to get to your questions.
Well, no, it's okay, because I think we're talking about yeah. It said, okay, someone said, I remember those toxic days, SoDebNair wasn't into the poly thing, plus Mike messed around with your friends. That was a deal breaker, and I'm glad to see you getting along.
I don't know what this is about. Do you know what this is about?
No, I don't know what that is about. Like, someone said that I mess with your friends. But
I don't know what
listen,
this is about.
one of the things that I don't want to do, I don't want to feed into lies, because that's just not true. But Aaron, no, I will let Aaron tell his own story. I won't say it.
I like this question. You can read this one and then respond to this.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm sorry. I know you know Aaron. How do you feel about? So let me tell you something. I'm so proud of him, and I have expressed my appreciation and support for him in so many ways, and it just brings tears to my eyes, because this is what he was created to do. Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Well, people don't know, I had this show when we were living together.
Right.
Remember me doing?
Right.
I did this in our living room.
Right.
Essence 818 says sometimes you got to lose to win. Yeah, we love a Fantasia. We can tell that story. We could tell a story about Fantasia for the rest of our lives,
baby.
No one goes all in for the loss, but both of you have arrived at a place that many cannot relate to. A true friendship with some good, not good, loving memories. Absolutely.
Yeah. We definitely had those experiences, and we definitely grew. We grew from that, and yeah.
Mike is an Aries, and that's why I would never date another one. I was just telling my friend
someone said that they want me to leak the video of us having sex. I won't.
No. Who said that?
I don't want one of your.
Oh, Busy Blue said that. No, I'm not sending that to you. No. No. I can tell because everybody keeps on saying Busy Blue. Why was that so debonair? Why was what? I don't know what that one is about. Send the question. This one was weird to me. So catch me up. Are they both in relationships or other people now? Me and Mike are not in relationships together at all. Mike is in a relationship. I'm not in one. I'm good being single right now. I am trying to date. I'm learning that. Which is why if you guys see hold on, shameless plug. Give me 1 second. Which is why if you guys watch my Affairs of the Heart podcast, and even where this name of this podcast goes.
You need to say it the right way though.
Of the Hort. But yes, this is why I have my podcast, is because of me. This was my first boyfriend. I haven't seriously gotten into a relationship after this. I've tried to date, but I can't count anything that I did after, because it didn't last that long. So I don't know. It just if I don't have, it got to be give me a good 2 to 3 months of consistency when we had the title of a boyfriend for me to say this was a relationship, But this is why I have made my podcast about this, because it's about me trying to date. So if you guys want to hear those stories, and I think there's a lot of stories about you on there, but that's what my podcast's for. It's my journey of me trying to date after my first relationship, and also never dating before this. So
right. And the funny thing is, is that Yeah.
What's the funny thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's funny that we're able to have this conversation. Not that that part is funny, but when it comes to about like relationships and things like that, because I definitely want that for your life. I definitely want you to have that. And
So let's have a conversation about that.
okay.
So I feel like it's really hard for me to date people after you because the people who do know that we have dated are intimidated of our relationship, our friendship.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
If you find someone, okay. So my hope is that you will find someone who is strong enough to be able to be okay with us being friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
in our house with Monty and I, if we don't hear from you in a couple of days, Monty will ask about you before I will. And Monty sincerely loves you and knows how intricate and important you are to me.
Yeah.
I could never ever be again in another relationship with someone who didn't like you. Um, and
That's now though. That
yes,
wasn't in the
that's now.
past.
That's why I said
Yes.
again. I could never be in a
Okay.
relationship again with someone who didn't like you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are my family. And if they can't accept you, I wouldn't be able to do it because you are such an intricate. And when I say intricate, I mean that part of my life. So
I don't know what Busy Blue is saying in these chats, but Busy Blue needs to stop it. That's all I need to. That's all I want to say. That I got to go back up because I got a super chat. It says from David Clay. Don't have a question. Just glad to see you two together on my screen. Sending love from Baltimore.
David, thank you so much. And I know who that is. And I'm just so grateful that we're able to be here.
Trying to find. Oh, let me go. Let's do our last few questions. I think we only have two left.
Go ahead.
Oh, we only have one left. Would you two consider being back together? Oh, this is from Marquita.
Right.
She said, would you two consider being back together now that you have grown past stereotypes and stigmas?
Yeah. And that sums it up. That's just where we are. And we're okay with that.
I don't like, again, I think we've kind of already answered this, but I just don't see that because I feel like we're friends now. And maybe our season is just over for the relationship part. I love you I love you to death. Right. If you call me and something's going on, I'm gonna sit on the phone for you for 24 hours. Right. And vice versa. If I need something, I can call you, and vice versa. But our friendship means more to me than anything. I think that our purpose was served dating wise because I got a crash course into how to date a man. All of it wasn't the greatest. All of it wasn't bad. It was like this what could happen, this what could not happen. Because there were good days. Like I remember us going to the boardwalk. And you were like, I want to give you a kiss. And I was like, I'll give you a kiss. We were just like our first trip together, I think. And I kissed you. You were so surprised that I kissed you on the boardwalk. But it was like, I wanted to be free, I remember, when I first met you, we were in the pool, walking around in the pool together, and it was like a spiritual connection. There are so many good things that happen, and there were so many bad things that happen. But that's why I feel like when it comes to a relationship, you have to have both to weigh the relationship out. I'm never going to look into a relationship and think everything's going to be great. Now, all the things that we went through, do I think those are important things in a relationship? No. But because a lot of things went through, it was a lot, but also it was that we had a social media presence on us. We had a church on our backs. We had so much on us. Like as a regular person dating me, I'm on a whole nother level,
Right.
So that's probably why it is hard for me to date now, because I don't want to date someone who's looking at dating like, oh, well, maybe not. What are you trying to do, sir? And I almost thank God for the fact that we got together so fast, because to me it was an urgency for us to get together, right? And I don't think that has to be my every time situation, but there was an urgency there. There was we really are into each other situation. And even though we hadn't met in person, we were talking on social media. But when we actually met each other, the night that I went home that you asked me to be a boyfriend, I literally, it was like on my heart so much to like, can I do this? You know, and I think I had texted and I'm like, what does a boyfriend even look like? You know, because I didn't even know. I was just like, you know, I know he asked me this, but what does this look like? Like, how do I even, I don't know. But, you know, it was good when that first happened. And then things started happening. I don't think that everything that we went through, every relationship is going to happen like that. But because there was a lot of unnecessary shit that happened. But at the end of the day, the things that I can take out of that was, out of this, I put out a really great friend. And I think that my decision about us not having sex in the beginning was a huge part of that.
Right. We are friends. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. I mean, right now I'm actually in the salon of therapeutic aesthetics that you still claim to this day is your business.
Yes, I need my check.
You know, you ain't get one booty facial. You ain't, you know, like, what mom said.
But a lot of people that I talk to about me and you, they always tell me like they're best friends with their ex. Portia, she's one of my mods. She talks about like her kid's dad. I hate saying baby dad. Her kid's dad, like they're really good friends. So I think that that's very important, because how do you love someone and then when y'all break up, like they're like a non-mother effing factor? Like, I just don't think that's realistic.
Right. And the love between us never died.
I love this question. You answer this. Is Monty up?
He is. He's right there.
Bring him on. Let him read this.
Okay. He's sitting over there like, like, do I have to? Yeah, I mean, you don't have to.
I actually want somebody to ask this question.
Come on. All right. So hey, make sure you're in the camera, baby. Okay. So the question is, does Monty feel threatened by SoDebNair? No.
I love Monty. Like, me and Monty are really cool, and I think I love their relationship. I think that Monty is actually what he needs, because he is like me without the attitude that I have, to me.
Baby,
I know that he has. I know he has the attitude, but I think that mine is worse. At least from what I know.
Let me say this: every test that I failed when I was with you, God has allowed me to repeat that test with him, and I've been better able to pass it.
But for everybody, like, I love Monty. Like, this is probably the only person that Mike has dated that I even liked. So, but I celebrate their relationship, because I want you to be happy. I want you to have someone who cares about you. I want you to have someone who is good to you and who is invested into what you want. I couldn't give you all of that, you know, and I'm okay with that, you know. And there were people who you dated before that I just not give a fuck about, and I didn't care. And I was like, I'm gonna cause all these kind of problems. I'm gonna call you late at night. I'm gonna call you multiple times and cause problems. But Monty, have I ever done that? No. Okay. I've never done that with him and Monty. So for anybody who ever asked that, I want Monty to be here to say that I never did that.
What did he say?
I said, love you, Aaron.
I love you too.
You know what? Now, I will say this. This is the first relationship, and I'm going to say, and SoDebNair, please do not interrupt me while I do this. This is the first relationship that SoDebNair has not inboxed the person, did not tell him that I am still his man, but I'll tell you this. Now, what people don't know, because some of Mr. Ty Couture's fans are on your channel, which I'm so celebrating that. That's awesome. What you all don't know is, and I didn't find this out until after we broke up, before Ty actually reached out to me to be in a relationship with me, he was actually reaching out to Aaron.
Me and Ty were really good. Me and Ty were really good friends.
Yes, Ty and Aaron were friends. I did not know that. Now, Aaron did tell me after I got with him, but by that time I was already into him and I wasn't trying to hear what Aaron had to say. But yes, so Ty actually tried to be with Aaron first, then, and we have receipts just in case people will be like, that's not true. We actually have DMs and receipts from that. where Ty actually tried to be with Aaron first, and then when I guess that didn't pan out because Aaron was really cool with Ty's ex-husband. Then Ty
I
reached
still
out to
play
me.
his ex-husband music on my radio show.
Yeah, yeah. Question, Mike, do you feel that SoDebNair would be a great fit for Chase and Atlanta? No, I don't.
People keep asking. I'm
No.
like, I'm not a drummer person
No, you're not.
because
He
I'm
would
a
be
fight
boring.
people.
He would be
I'm a
boring on the
fight
show.
people. I'll
He
be
would.
boring, but if they keep picking at me, I'm gonna fight everybody, and then it's gonna be a disaster, and then we all gonna be in jail. I can't do
That's
it.
not true. When I say boring, I don't mean boring like not able to do anything. I'm talking about boring in the sense he's not going to give you drama. Aaron
Yeah.
will disengage very quickly.
Unless you keep picking at me, but it's not gonna be like reality show drama. It's gonna be like everybody's in jail.
No, it's going
because
to be real going to jail. If Aaron gets out of character, then everybody's going to jail. I mean, that's just the truth. So I would never want him to be on that show. As much as I appreciate Chasing Atlanta, and I appreciate the producers and what they do, that would just not be a good fit for Aaron or I, because I'm still struggling and overcoming how to process my anger as well.
I think that the major part of this is this. We haven't gotten to the questions because honestly, I do want to answer questions. I don't know if we should still do that. Maybe do another time, but I wanted to see people to see that we are friends, like for real.
For real. Like
I'm like Monique, like I love him for real.
Right.
But it's only because one.
Can you go back to the last question?
Oh yeah. Wait.
It says, see, that is why nobody needs exes as friends unless kids are involved. Monty has to be able to make his own mistakes. Friends should not be breaking
up people. That ain't cool. I don't even know what that means, because let me tell you something. But wait. I'm gonna tell you. So let me address some things right now, because this person wrote a question before it didn't even make any sense. And Portia, if you're in the chat, give me a thumbs up, because she told me not to do it, but I'm gonna do it now because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
This person asked the question. The very first question that was in here was, is he married or is he not, or something like that? And I didn't understand it, so I didn't even respond to it. And I was like, people going to ask stupid questions. As a matter of fact, Portia, block him. But I don't understand this I'm sorry, Princess, from my experience with him, I can agree. He will leave. Thank you. And Princess will know that. But okay, so let's go back to this one right here. Matter of fact, don't even block him, Portia. It's weird because it's like you're trying to create some narrative that this not possible to even happen.
There.
Is he married? Is he married to who? Who gives a fuck about any of this stuff? And I'm saying the F word. My aunt, and she's still in here, she knows I dropped the F bomb. I don't care about this stuff. This is so dumb. The major part of this conversation was, we are people who have dated and we made it to be friends. There are so many people who are not friends with their exes because they can't let it go. Let's talk about how positive that this situation is. Let's talk about how the fact that people can't get through stuff like this. Let's talk about that. This is my ex-husband and his boyfriend is sitting here, or his fiance is sitting here, and I'm able to say, I love him too. How great is that? That's awesome. Not normal. That's not normal. But you want to sit here and ask stupid questions like this. If this is the kind of thing, wait, what? Because I gotta finish my tangent. If you want to sit in here and ask stupid questions like this, go to another page, because guess what? This is not gonna be my normal content. I wanted him to come on here because people always want to know what happened to SoDebNair and Mike. This is what happened. This is why it happened. This is what happened when it was going on. These are the bad times. These are the good times. This is why I did this, because I don't want to keep answering these questions in the comment section about stuff that I'm doing. But I love Monty. I love Mike. And we are good. You. We have a great relationship. Mike is literally like my brother right now. Like, I call him every day. If I need something, he's there for me. And if I'm talking to Mike and Mike is not like, I will hit up. I'll be like, just put Monty on the phone. Like, that's the type of situation that we have. So it's not a bad situation. So I'm sorry that you have such a bad view of him, but I'm going to put the positive view on him. He's not a bad person. He's a good person in my life. If I need anything, and I mean anything, if anything, he's going to be there for me, and vice versa. We have been through a lot in life together. And I know you guys have seen stuff past me and him being married, but before that, there was a me. Right. And we were married. And we were together for 10 years. We haven't even been broken up for 10 years. So I can't even take into validation your people you dated after me and you, because it ain't even been a whole 10 years.
Right. But you always said that. You always said that.
What is solid is we were together for 10 years. We dated, we were married for a long time. And don't let me break the real shit, but at the end of the day, the fact is this: you may look at him a certain type of way because of something else, but what I do know is this is a really good person. And again, if I need anything, I know I can call him. Right. So after my tangent, you can go ahead and go with what you want to say.
No, I was just going to say this. I think because what people don't know is that, you know, when my exes get upset, one of the first things that they tend to do is run to social media. And because I already have a platform, and because I've been a well-known pastor, and because I have done a lot of things on social media, you know, that's the area that people like to attack me in. And so a lot of them, they go off, a lot of them, they'll go off of what they heard, you know, Ty say when Ty was alive. But what you all don't know is that before he died, he apologized. He tried to make things right. You know, he knew that the things he said was not a real narrative, and he was doing it out of anger. I got that. And if that's the light you see me in, okay, that's cool. My partner and my ex-husband see me in the right light because they know the real me. And again, I will continue to show you all that I'm a changed person, that I've grown, that I've developed, and I've made mistakes. I haven't done anything different than anyone else, except I have had a platform. That's the only difference between me and everybody else that have made the same mistakes.
But I feel like because you have a platform, that's why people like attack you so much. Yeah. And it's not, and I'm gonna say this, it's not me defending you, because we've had bad days. Right. I went on social media and I trashed the fuck out of you. I did.
You sure did. And matter of fact, that's why all of my exes do it, because they saw you do it first.
But I did it for a different reason, though, and that's the thing.
And you did take it down. You took it down extremely quickly, so I appreciate that.
But honestly, I did it because at that point, I felt like I wasn't being heard. I knew what the worst thing that I could do was, but I also know you would hear what I was saying when I did that. So that's what it was. And, you know, as it's being a therapeutic month for people who are, you know, doing this stuff, yes, I made a mistake, because I knew the number one thing that you didn't want me to do was go on social media, making a post about you. But I'm like, I keep on saying to you in private, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Right. So guess what? What I do know that you're going to hear is this. Yeah. Type sin, and it's over. You know, so now you hear me.
Right.
I did that. But you know what? I'm also able to say, one, do I regret doing that? I do not. Because you still heard what I said. Right. What I do hate was it destroyed our relationship.
Because honestly, after that,
but I feel like that was the only thing I could do for you to hear me.
Right.
And I would never take that back.
Right. And for me, after that, to me, I just could, like, mentally, I just couldn't come back from that, because I didn't see it as you trying to get me to hear you. I saw it as you attacking me. And then after we talked, I saw it that you were just trying to get my attention because I wasn't listening. And that's what I call that sociopathic behavior. I didn't realize that my actions were affecting you so bad to where you felt like that's what you needed to do.
Chi-Town Nigeria girl said, can you be her ex-husband's man's life coach, because he needs she's looking for a good one.
Just DM me.
I think that we did everything right, and I think that our testimony of how we became friends is something that's going to be therapeutic for people. And I wouldn't mind, like, even talking to people about this, because it is hard to date someone who you are like madly in love with, and then it's over.
Right.
And then how do you deal with this? And then he has a boyfriend, and then, you know, is this going to be something that's going to be a problem? Like, no, like, honestly, I don't even look at Monty as someone like, ooh, like, I got to watch him because I want him back. Like, have him. Have him. I give you all the right. Please take them away. You know, I seriously, because I love it, but also I've seen you guys together. It is love in real life. You know,
Right.
and I love to see. I want to see you like that. I think I cried to you after we broke up, and I said, I just want you to be happy.
Right.
And who's going to make you happy? Because I thought it was me, and you know, it made me sad because I thought that I made you happy, and it was like,
You know why? You know why I wasn't happy, Aaron? Because I didn't know me.
yeah. But we
How
know
could
that now, though. We know
like
that
how
now.
could I could never be happy with you because
Mhm,
I wasn't happy with myself.
mhm,
You know what I mean? It wasn't you. You really
yeah.
didn't do anything. I mean, you got on my nerves and shit, but you really didn't do anything, like for real. And and honestly, I think that if I would have just been the person that I am now, excuse me, y'all, we're at the salon, so it's a little noisy. But if I was the person then, we would still be together. I couldn't even love you right because I was so broken. And for that I apologize.
But it's no apologies need to happen. Honestly, it's just like it had to happen. We literally came out together on accident. Honestly, I didn't even know you weren't
With
out
the
at that time.
with the platform, remember that.
Yeah, with
Because
the
we were the
platform
only other known gay couple as pastors in the country
and
at that
in
time.
Columbus, in Columbus,
Well,
Ohio. Yes, because we went to OC. We went to the church here in Atlanta.
yeah,
So yes, but it was like there was so much pressure that had came upon us. We didn't have a chance to have like a regular
and that
relationship.
was my fault. That what I should have done. Let me tell you what I should have done. What I should have done was when we got together, I should have joined your mom's church. I should have stayed there and been faithful and listened and grew.
My mom would have hated that. But go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying I should have
You
joined
came
the
visit
church.
my church and you prayed on my son.
I'm just saying that's what I should have done. Instead of
Honestly, I don't think that we did anything wrong. I think that it's what most gay guys do. Like we operate off of the fact that this is our life. This is how we have to deal with things. We're doing it, but blindly, we don't have an example of what this looks like. So we did get together. It lasted as long as it did. There were really, really good times. There were really, really bad times. At the end of the day, I wish that the last day wasn't so bad.
right,
Because
I will say that
it was to me, I think it was the worst day that we both have ever had. I just thought that I like the friendship that we have now. I feel like we always had that. I
right.
didn't feel like you felt like that.
I
And
didn't.
even though things were going on the bad side, I felt like you didn't feel like you were okay to say that.
Very
I
true.
feel like you stayed very longer than what you did because of me, because you wanted to protect me, period. And I could be
Right.
wrong.
No, that is like totally correct. I think I used to always say this, this was the worst relationship I've ever been in. And the truth is, when I look back, when I look at old pictures, when I look at social media, there
Mhm.
were so many more good days than there were
Yeah.
bad days. We probably, and honestly, we probably had about 10 bad days, like bad days in our relationship. But those 10 bad days were so bad and it was difficult because sometimes as humans, we tend to look more at the negative than the positive. But
Yeah.
when I look back like on our old pictures and stuff and the things we've done, the places we've been, we had so many more good days than bad days.
Yeah. We did. And I mean, it was such a great experience for me because again, I never dated a guy. So I'm like, everything is good to me. Oh, we went out of town together. Oh, he kissed me today. Oh, we about to go to eat. Like everything was good to me.
Right.
And once it got down to the nitty-gritty, I'm like, okay, now this is not right. Like what's going on here? And
Right.
we're fighting like verbally and we're not in a good spaces. But I was like, well, because of my parents' relationship, every day is not good. So I wasn't expecting for you to be like that, but I also know your family background. It's not the same.
Not the
And
same.
but and you could tell me if I'm wrong.
You're okay.
You can say this. I always was like, I never expect you to receive me how I receive you because our family dynamics are very different.
Very.
My family, my dad has been on drugs and he has fought me, but my mother stood by him the entire time.
Right.
He also apologized to me and loved on me more than she did when I came out. So
Right.
there are so many different dynamics from my family, but then your family was like, when that was going through things, like it was like, oh, you talking shit, I'm out. Oh, you breathing too hard, I'm out. Like it was like y'all didn't stay for nothing.
No, we didn't.
I felt like I was surprised because you stayed longer with the stuff that we went through than any of your family.
True. That's very true. And like, again, because it's all about protecting that image. And well,
Yeah.
it was all about protecting that image. And now that I'm in a place where I don't give a fuck, it's like, damn, I didn't even have to go like that. I could have just handled that differently.
Yeah. So I mean, I wanted to give that to people because I feel like one, I love the fact that me and you are real friends. No one can shake that because again, I hear bad stuff. I don't know if you hear bad stuff about me because I'm a good person.
No, I never
and
hear,
I'm great,
I never hear anything
and I'm
bad
all
about
that,
you.
and I'm airing everything. But I do hear stuff about you. But I'm always like, well, wait a minute now. Well, like, where's this coming from? Because let me break you down. And I send people stuff. They're like, oh, why? You know this because you are judging a situation from the internet and not the actual person.
Right.
Because
let
me say this, you know, because you brought up the Ty situation, I could shut this whole situation down if I wanted to, but that's your situation,
right?
So I don't do that.
And that's what I think that people don't.
But
know.
before y'all dated, me and Ty were really good friends,
right.
And I helped Ty through a lot of things. I have inboxes from Ty. Actually, yesterday I read messages when he was commenting because we were talking about R&B Divas the other day. But I have a lot about Ty because I knew Ty way before you knew him.
Right.
But if I did, I mean, I could shut this whole situation down, but you tell me not to. So, you know, I'm letting you go through what you got to go through.
Right. Only because we want
to me, that's commendable. To me, that's commendable too, though, because it's like, it's your situation and it will look bad. You know, that's you, but that's who you are. So,
right. Because I believe in respecting the deceased. And
yeah,
I feel like at this point, anybody that still believes Ty's story, they need to believe it. You know what I mean? Like they need to believe it. And so I'm not trying to prove myself to anyone. You know the truth.
But
I know the
truth.
Is that
but what they think about you, is that Ty's story? Like Ty never said that.
What do you mean?
About Ty's ending. Like that's not your story. That's Ty never said that. Or did he? I don't know that.
Say, what do you mean? I'm trying to understand what you're
saying. Like when Ty committed suicide, he never said it's because of you, right?
No. Actually, people put that narrative out there
on you.
Like, oh my God, you know, he killed himself because of Mike. And the truth of the matter is that one, I think that they would probably need to see the police report so they can find out what happened. They would need to understand that me and Ty did not talk for 14 months before he committed suicide. And and that he was already.
It wasn't. It's
let me say this part. Let me say this one part. He was already in another relationship with one of me and your friends after me. You get what I'm saying? One of our homeboys, he got into a relationship with him. That relationship didn't do well, and I think that's the thing that kind of pushed him over the edge.
But even before that, our relationship was different, and I have inbox messages that will prove that narrative wrong.
Right.
Actually, someone was getting on my nerves so bad one day that I actually sent them to him. He was like, "Oh shit!" I think he apologized to you.
Yes.
Because I'm like, that doesn't make sense, you know.
Right.
But you know, I love Ty. I hated him while y'all were dating, and I'm not afraid to say that. I wrote him a very nasty letter. I did do that.
You did.
But Ty was very aware of who you were before he dated you. I will say that.
And I didn't know, and that was probably the harder part for me because by the time you told me, I was already into him. And again, people are going, like, if anyone is in a place mentally where they Still believe what he said about me. Go with it. Believe it. Trust it. Let the Lord use you with it. Because I'm no longer going to try to defend myself. And I hate that we're even talking about someone who's not even on this.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like that
on this
yeah.
show. And this is your show, SoDebNair.
I just hate it because people keep asking me. I'm like, I didn't date Ty. Like, why is he in my inbox? Like, I don't understand. But people ask me all the time about Ty. I'm like,
no. So New Dawn said, "Oh, we know Ty didn't end his life." Well, I can tell you this: I purposely did not go to his funeral because of the fact that people were putting that narrative out so much. I didn't want to distract from his funeral. And if anybody should have had a time to mourn, it should have been his ex-husband, because he spent 12 years with him. I spent 8 months. He spent 12 years. And if anybody should have had a time to mourn without distraction, it was Corey. I purposely did not go to that funeral out of respect for Corey.
And Corey's an amazing person, and he does music. And if I'll put Corey's link in the description. Corey's an amazing person,
right?
And Corey went through a lot, you know. As a friend of Ty, well, I don't want to talk about Ty, but it was a lot. But yeah, Corey's an amazing person, and y'all need to check out Corey's music.
And Corey, and to this day, Corey has still never told his story. Corey still has never put his story out there, and I have much respect for that. Just like I will never tell the real story between Mike and Ty. I let Ty give his version, and whoever wants to believe it, believe it. Someone asked, am I still pastoring? No, that person is dead. I want to make sure we're clear. Pastor Mike is dead. Mike Hurd is here. Mikey is here. The guy that people know intimately, that's the person that's here.
Okay, so that was the last question that we had on here. I really didn't even want to get into that, but
I think it's necessary
because people hold me responsible for that.
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't have nothing to do with Ty, because one, me and you were married before Ty. And people don't understand that.
And let's be honest, we were still married when I was with Ty, just like he was still married to Corey, when we were together. So we were just all off on all. Child, listen, I done fucked up enough, child. I'm over that. I'm over it.
But I just hate that, because I'm like, stop inboxing me about Ty. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, and I'm not talking about him passing, like the suicide thing, about y'all dating.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck, because at that point I already said what I need to say to him, and I was done. I didn't even know he had committed suicide for a very long time.
Right.
So yeah, but don't inbox me about him no more, please, because they still do that to this day.
But you know, I know you said that, you know, people always coming to you telling you things about me. No one has ever come to me and said anything negative about you. No one has ever said anything that is challenging, and then people wouldn't, because they know that how I would handle that. So people don't come to me about you like that. If it's nothing in celebration, I don't ever hear it.
Yeah. And I love Ty. Like, we were really good friends. When Ty came to me and asked me about Corey, I play his music on actually, they still play Corey's music at the station I worked at now. So I love Ty. But then, matter of fact, I think he was at court with me when I was going to court about a situation I had going on. When I read, I'm like, well, now what the fuck is going on here? I'm confused,
because you were like,
I've been talking to you, and then y'all dating. Okay, you know what?
Right.
So pissed. Right. But that's a different story for a different day. Yeah. So let's get into the question that you have for me.
I mean, I feel like we've talked about so much, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this has been.
Just give me 3 questions that you think that we've never talked about that you have for me.
I don't know. Most of the questions that I had, you've already answered. And I was going to ask you, you know, like, what was your real feelings when you saw me in other relationships? How do you feel? And we talked about this before, but we'll do it on your channel. How do you feel about me being an OnlyFans guy? Like, how does that make you feel?
When I first heard about it, I didn't like it. But I guess knowing you, I understand it. And I guess because I know what you want to do in the future, I just didn't think that was a good idea.
Right. Cool.
But it's supposed to be, of course, about me, not you.
Well, I want to get your feeling on it. You told me to ask you questions.
I said, ask me a question about me, dating me. Like, how did it feel dating me, not you?
Wait a minute. You want me to ask you how you felt
like
about
stuff
dating?
that we went through together, how you felt about me, not you.
But all of those things I like we've talked so much, Aaron. Like all of those things
Okay,
I already have answers. Like I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything that is shut off. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has been put on the table. Me and you have had our come to Jesus moments.
Well, maybe me and you have
together.
talked about it, but okay. So give me 5 things that maybe we have already talked about, but we're on live with people,
right?
That are important that people will want to know or feel like this may be a difficult to deal with. How about that? That one question that you sent me, I like that one question that you sent me.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was something about do I feel like I'm better?
Yes. Do you feel that your life is better without me?
I had to think about this too. I do feel like as a person, yes, because my life was really revolved around you.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to be me. I was like, whatever you needed done, it was about you. And so and even as we broke up, I told the people at the radio station, I was like, I got to get back to me. I don't think I was ever me after we started dating.
I'm doing me. You
What
remember
else
that song? You remember that song?
It sounds like Fantasia to me. I'm doing it next time around. Is that a different song?
No, that is the truth. I will say this. Faith Evans did save your life. I wanted to confirm that. I've been around you multiple times. When I remember when we were living in Maryland and you had an opportunity to go see Faith. And I told you, I said, that boy gonna get behind stage. He gonna be taking pictures with her. I said, security will not be able to stop him. And it was so funny.
You remember you bought me that R&B Diva album.
Yeah.
You bought the album.
I still love that album. And you know, whenever I hear like Gone Already, that song still touches my heart. When I think about how we used to drive, you know, when you would drive me to churches to preach and to minister.
Wait. Who used to drive?
You used to drive.
Don't say we. I used to drive. You used to ride.
You know, it's crazy. Some things change. Some things stay the same.
I would never drive anybody else past an hour at this point.
That's funny. That is so funny. You know, but no, like real. Oh, here's a question. So how does your family perceive me now that we're not together?
Well, they've been in the chat. They are really concerned about your OnlyFans situation. But they still love you though.
Yeah, your family
they just can't really follow you. They can't look at you like they have you on like what is it that you put on Facebook where like they still follow you on mute. Well, they can follow you, but they just put you on mute because they can't see you. Like,
and I totally respect that because honestly, I'm living out my 20s and I get it. I'm 40. I shouldn't be doing this at this point. But you know my story. You know I never had a chance to be 20, so this is my time to do that. I will tell you this: it's coming to an end soon. I don't know how soon, but it will be coming to an end. And there's other things in life that are happening. So I'm grateful for that.
Okay, that's what's up. You know, I can't wait till you to stop doing the OnlyFans. I'm talking about to Mike fans. I'm already SoDebNair subscriber. Wait, what's the other question that you asked? Oh, he's about to subscribe to your OnFans is what he's saying. Okay,
oh, thank you so much. And we have new content.
Yes, thank you so much because I'm gonna need that money.
Because 9 times out of 10,
SS818 says, as an empath, I feel like a superhero spokesperson, or maybe it's the Henny. LOL. Yes, we have all been drinking through this conversation.
Oh, I know you drinking, honey. Yes. I know you're drinking.
I had to drink for this because I'm like, I don't know what you're going to ask me. And I really leave 5 questions from you. Like, if you don't have them, I will ask you stuff that I think that you should ask me. Honestly, I really will.
Okay, so you can give me some ideas, and then I'll kind of like, rephrase it or figure out something else from that. I think like this. What was the greatest part for you of our relationship? What was the greatest part of it?
I think building the churches was the greatest part for me.
Really?
I think that knowing that you were the pastor, but I was like the realistic person was great. It was like they could be like, if I want some spiritual shit, I'm gonna go to Mike. But if they want to go to some real life shit, they gonna come to me.
Right.
I love
That's
that.
true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And let me say,
although the night that they called you about the girl trying to kill the girlfriend and she had the gun and you went over there and didn't tell them about that, right? I was like, why did they call me for this? I was upset.
I want to say this because I don't think you get enough recognition. You were an amazing first gentleman.
I was sorry, I was a first gentleman.
No, you were amazing. You genuinely loved the people. You weren't for the shit, but you loved them. And you were so supportive of everything. You were just there and you just supported. I remember one Sunday you got up to talk and you read a letter to your younger self. I still use that in my therapy session.
I read that yesterday on my page.
And
on my channel.
You came up to the pulpit and you were shaking. And I remember how proud I was of you at that moment for getting up there in front of people. And that's at the time, because our church started growing very fast. It was growing very, very, very fast. And you got up there in front of a couple hundred people and you were just like, okay, and you just did it. And I was so proud of you. So you were a great first gentleman. And I know we always talk about Rashad Burgess, who's amazing and who's wonderful. Yeah. But I want to say this, you were an amazing first gentleman, and I'm grateful to have pastored with you.
Chi-Town, Nigeria girl, what was your marriage question? I didn't see it. Ask it again so I can post it. Has Mike ever dated women or women? Has Mike ever dated women or a woman before marrying? Oh,
yeah, I had quite a few girlfriends. So one of the things that I didn't know when I was in a relationship with SoDebNair was that I'm pansexual. I didn't know that. I am attracted to men, and trans women. And so I'm very grateful for those experiences. And even to this day, Monty and I, we have a little boyfriend who's a trans man. And the vagina still is a friend of mine. Thank you. Glory.
Wow.
I love vagina.
That's another reason why we're not together. That's a whole other reason why we're not together. SS818 says, I'm a Leo who cannot stand Virgos yet. I'm surrounded by Virgos. Shake my head. I love y'all, but I cannot stand y'all self-righteous behinds. But if you're still surrounded by them, guess what, boo? You need to be around a Virgo.
Are we self-righteous? I mean, we didn't admitted all of our shit on here.
She's talking about she's a Leo. You're not a Leo, you're an Aries.
Yeah, I'm an Aries.
Princess says, how did y'all handle backlash of being gay Christian leaders?
Woo.
Me.
Yes.
It was me.
Very true. Very true. That's true. Very true.
It was always me.
Yes, it was always
they would call us to do stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute now. What are they going to ask us? Right. If they're doing an interview with him, what are the questions? We're not doing any interviews with anybody unless we know what they're going to ask us. If they start asking stuff outside of that, we're shutting it down.
Right.
I was really like the publicist of this relationship.
Right. No. You were not only the publicist, you were the market manager, you were the website builder, you did all the graphics. And the truth of the matter is the platform that I have today is because of Aaron. Aaron created that for me. Aaron created my brand for me. The very brand that, people love to attack today is the one that, Aaron created. So, yeah.
Well, I just taught you how to have it. You actually, the reason why I have my website business is because of you. Because you want a website every 5 weeks. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this now. I'm doing it for free.
But you
and
are
I still have the books because I need my money for the websites that I did build. Because I still am waiting on my payments. But that's why I started building websites, because of our relationship. But I
Listen,
mean, I'm still waiting.
the
I'm still
truth
waiting
is,
on a few payments.
okay, let's not put that narrative out there because then they'll be like, Mike, that'd be the topic of tomorrow. Mike owes, that Mike owes Aaron.
But if
So
you
debonair.
cash at me, if you give me the money, and then I can show it on social media, then they're gonna say that.
People
I'm
gonna
just,
talk.
I'm just playing.
People gonna talk no matter what. But you're good at building
I'm
websites.
just
That is
playing.
a gift. I believe
Yeah.
that's a gift that God has given you to sustain you while you're building, your media empire. So you are
Yeah,
you are amazing
it's
at
true.
building websites
Essence said, but he's still fire.
all
Aries is
day,
fire.
all day.
And they saying, yes, Aries is fire. Yes, and I don't give a damn about no Aries fire because fire is not a good thing. They burn you, and then you gotta die, or you gotta be living on life support for the rest of your life. So let's not celebrate Aries. A Virgo is an earth sign. We give you life. Captain Marvel 939 says, so debonair, what is the most important thing you learn about yourself while in a relationship with Mike, and that you can say you change? You know what I want to do though? I want to answer this, but what do you think? Like after we dated, how do you think that changed?
Okay. So one of the areas why me and Aaron SoDebNair could not
You
come
can't keep
back.
saying my name in this sense, so that just
I
one or
know.
the other.
Child, I'm
One or
going
the
with it.
other.
So one of the reasons why
Okay.
Aaron and I could not reconnect was because we did not know how to speak each other's love language when it came to apologies.
Absolutely.
So Aaron would give me an apology his way, but it wasn't the way that I needed to know in order to know that he was sincere. But let me tell you this. I still, even 2 relationships after that, I still struggled with that. But now I know how to apologize in a way that the other person can understand. But that was the biggest thing. And then Aaron, that's what fixed us. That's what fixed us. Aaron called me one day and he was like, have you ever heard of this? And I was like, no, I've never heard of it. And he was like, take this and hit me back. So I took the test and we found out that the thing that was blocking a lot of our communication was the fact that we didn't know how to correctly apologize to each other. There's a love language when it comes to apologies. I remember the day that Aaron apologized to me, like for real.
And tell why though. Or do you want me to tell why?
You can tell why.
Because a lot of our arguments was you keep on saying I'm sorry, and it didn't mean anything to me.
Right.
I'm not a person where you could say I'm sorry to. I need to see that you're sorry.
Right.
You are a person where you can say it, and then that's fine.
Well, no.
So
I need you to say it, but then I need you to tell me exactly what you did. I need to hear
yeah,
that you acknowledge exactly what you did, and what you would do. You would rather wait a minute, hold on. You would rather bake me a cake, buy me shoes, take me out, or do. You would rather do anything except admit.
Yes,
this is
that's
what
true.
I done. So.
But my mom was, but it's because of my mother. My mother never said I'm sorry, and we had this conversation so many times. I'm like, we never said I'm sorry. It's like we fight today, and tomorrow I'm gonna just be like, I made you breakfast this morning.
Right.
We show you that we're sorry.
Right.
And so it wasn't until that because at the time that we were dating, the apology love language wasn't on that website.
Right.
But when I did see that, I called you and I said, this makes sense. I said, this is why our apologies never match, because you need the verbal, which your love language is words of affirmation.
Right. And then the action.
Yeah, because my love language is quality time. So it made sense, but I never thought about the apology part because I'm like, one, you give me quality time. You do.
We spent a lot of time together.
Even if you didn't want to, you would give me that quality time. Like the girlfriends, the feet touching, we laying in the bed, and we having a good time. Even if you didn't watch it, we doing that.
Right.
But when it came to bad times, that apology part just was like
not there.
It was unbearable for me.
Can I tell a story? I remember one time we were at the hospital, and I don't know who was in the hospital, someone from your family, and I was upset with something that you did, and I was talking to your auntie, and I was like, Aunt Buffy, I was like, this dude will not even apologize. You know what she did? She started laughing. She said, You waiting on an apology from Aaron? She said, we don't apologize in this fam. I said,
we don't.
We laughed.
But that was real.
We
That
laughed
was real,
so
though.
hard about that. But that's the truth. You all will go out of your way to show that you're sorry when all I wanted was for you to acknowledge, Mike, I said X, Y, and Z, and it is what it is.
Yeah. But you also taught me to apologize.
And
like
you taught me how to be honest and tell the truth.
I'm so unapologetically apologizing. Like I apologize to everybody at this point.
Wow.
I feel like I overdo it. And my homegirl Princess, she would tell you, like, I apologize to everybody. But sometimes I feel like they don't even need it, but I still do it. But I feel like because I was taught like an apology is a action and not a verbal thing.
Right. Which
I just
that
didn't
is
do
still
it.
correct. In many cases, that is still correct. But for me, I need to hear it and I need you to acknowledge what you've done. And then I can let it go.
So do you feel like if I would have well, I feel like I still. So do you feel like my verbal apologies wasn't real?
No, I don't feel you ever verbally apologized to me. In the time that you did, like I cried. Like, do you remember me crying?
No, I've actually verbally apologized to you sometimes, but it still was like you were still holding the grudge. So do you feel like you didn't believe them?
No. I think what it was that, again, it's more than just the verbal. I need you to acknowledge what you've done. Like, okay, so if you said, you know what, I lied to you. I don't need you to say, I'm sorry. I need you to say,
wait. What's going on with Princess right now? Because I'm go ahead.
I need you to say, Mike, I lied to you. I shouldn't have lied. I'm sorry. And you would give me a verbal apology and just say, I'm sorry. But that wasn't really what I needed. What I needed was for you to acknowledge what you've done. And that was probably the harder part. But once we got it, it was already after we broke up and 9 years later. But I couldn't I couldn't believe it. What happened?
I just did something I shouldn't. I didn't mean to do that shit.
What happened?
No, I agree with you.
No. Are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. And so my thing is like I needed the acknowledgement. I needed that. And I don't think at that time you knew and I knew, like we didn't know what we needed at that time. So we grew.
But I feel like I was always open to fixing stuff.
You were very open to fixing things. You wanted to fix things. You worked hard to fix things. I just mentally couldn't move once I was angry about something. So that was kind of tough.
Okay. So you have another questions for me? I should have let you ask questions first.
It's okay.
I accidentally blocked House of Princess and I didn't mean to do that. And I don't know how to bring it back.
Well, but listen, one thing I know about you and Monty got the same gift. Y'all figure stuff out and it's crazy.
Yeah, it was something that was going on in my chat. I didn't understand what was going on. And I blocked the person, but it was on accident. And now I do it, but I don't know what happened.
Well, I definitely hope everything is okay. And Aaron, let me say this. I'm very, very appreciative of this opportunity again to be able to come on a national platform like this and to be able to share our story. And I hope that we've inspired people. I hope that we have got people to start to think. And I'll tell y'all, as bad as our relationship was after we broke up, if God can heal us, any relationship can be saved.
Anyone, yeah.
We
were in a really bad space. Like it wasn't a good space.
Yeah.
But for Monty to be able, and where's he at? For Monty to be able to come on here, like that's growth for me because I was like, he's not dating nobody. I'm causing havoc in that relationship. Period. And I did that. But
Chi-Town Girl said, Mike and Monty, will you get married? Yes, we will get married. And yes, Aaron I invited and I asked him to
I'm not wait. I did not agree to that. I did not agree to that. I'm not agree to that yet.
Aaron.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
I'm about to say.
You did.
Let me tell you this.
I'm not coming unless I'm giving you away.
But that's what I wanted. That like okay. So listen. So this was the thing.
Oh, Princess is still here.
I wanted to do things right this time because I felt like my past relationships were just a mess. Before I asked Monty to be my life partner, I reached out to Aaron and I asked Aaron, yo, how you feel about this? Do you think this is okay? Like, are you okay with this? Like, how would you feel about this? Like, we had a long conversation that was very healing for me. And then when I asked Monty to marry me, I asked Aaron, I said, hey, I really want you to be at the wedding. I really want you to be there. And I want you to like help me transition to this next state of my life because you are such a big part of my life. And that's what I asked. So
I just need to be able to be like Beyonce and come out when the water comes out the doors at the wedding. So I have my own moment. And then y'all go ahead and do what y'all do.
Aaron, everything. Okay, we've been on here 2 hours. I got to give.
Okay. So let's do it before we go because I know it's been a long time. I think for me, what I wanted to do here was this. One, I love you.
I love you,
and you love me back.
I do.
I think that the major message is you don't have to be toxic with your ex.
Right.
Nothing wrong with y'all actually having a relationship. There are a lot of people who ask, like, well, what happened with SoDebNair? Well, I guess I call myself Aaron because you won't stop calling me that. And Mike, what happened? And I'm like, I think we've talked about it so many times, like, I don't know how to do this anymore. So let's actually have this conversation on my channel. I also feel like I want to let people know that I'm cool with Monty.
Very.
And I probably love Monty more than I love you at this point because I love it. Like, he's a really cool person. And I would love to like not have to even talk to you so I can talk to him. But because Monty gets shit done and I don't have to like be like, I need you to come on my StreamYard at 5 o'clock and you don't come on at 5:15.
Right.
Because you did that today. But those are the type of things that he does,
Because I was working on the business.
You were working, but that's fine. But Monty would be like, but Monty would be like, but Monty would be like, okay, I can't do that this time because I gotta be doing this at 5:15. Right. That's the person that he is. So yes. But at the end of the day, we are all good. Me and you are great. And I want people to know that because in the beginning of this channel, I want to break all the bad shit that's going on in my life. Right. And the stereotypes that people think that's going on so that when I do the real stuff that I want to do, we don't have to go back and like, well, I thought you were still married to Mike. I thought you were still on this channel. Listen, everything that I've done on the channel right now, I'm killing the narrative of that stuff. So,
Proud of you. And let me say this again. I'm your biggest fan.
And I would tell people this, because I tell the people this all the time. The ex I'll be telling you about who told me to make peace with the worst case scenario, this is him.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. So
I'm proud of you.
Great things are going to continue to happen for you. Like, you're going to grow and grow and grow and grow. I love you. My kids still love you. Like, my brother asks about you all the time. So I'm grateful.
Well, we have our own separate relationship thing outside of you. So that's fine. I know that.
Right. And I still love your family. I love your sister. I love your mom, your dad. Like, it is what it is. Like, if we went through it, we got through it, and we're here.
And my family's here today. And my best friend was here today. They all still love you. So, that's what it is. But I just feel like it's very healthy to see people who break up and they are able to be friends.
Right.
And me and you are like, our marriage was probably not as big as example of our friendship.
Right. No, not at all. Not at all.
Because I want to murder you in your sleep sometimes. But as a friend, like, we're good.
Right. Well, I'm getting ready to go, but thank you again.
That's good. No, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't want to murder him in sleep for real, guys. I was just saying that'd be funny.
Oh, yeah.
But but you did make me mad a lot of times. But I just think that this is very important for people because your ex does not have to be your enemy.
Right.
And I think that we have worked extremely hard to be friends.
Yes.
Extremely hard to be friends. And I wouldn't take any of that back.
No, it was necessary.
Yeah.
It was.
Everybody is saying, thank us. Oh, that's amazing. Love the peace and happiness is so great. This was such a worthwhile conversation. Thank you both for sharing. Thank you, everyone. Like and subscribe to the channel. Absolutely. Please like and subscribe to the channel. But I ain't gonna put it back up. But I do thank you for taking time out for doing this with me, because I know you're so busy. But I thank you for taking the time out for doing this with me. If you ever need anything, I'm here.
Vice versa.
And if Monty, you need help, just blink twice. But I love you, and you know that, seriously. And I wanted to do this because you break with somebody doesn't mean you have to be hating them.
Right.
And I want to do that. So I love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Let me pull your thing up too. Hold on. And I guess I gotta say
this is about you. You don't have to, yeah, I'm good.
No. It's not about just me. Wait, I can't even do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so wait, I didn't even do it. Where's it at?
Under that lower third. Who taught me what that is?
Me. But something's happening here. I don't know what's going on.
And listen, anytime you come to Houston, you are more than welcome to come.
I'm staying with you and Monty.
With us, and our house is.
I wasn't even going to ask. I was like, I'm here. I need a room. I'm staying in the guest room.
I want to say something so bad.
What's going on in here? I'm in here. What's going on? I can't do it. But tell them how to find you.
Love and Light TV. And it's exactly how it sounds. Love and Light TV. There are a lot of imposter pages of me. So please make sure that you go to only Love and Light TV. No underscore, no periods, no nothing. Love and Light TV.
You have imposter pages?
I have so many imposter pages that people put up. And to the point that Instagram told me that if I'm gonna be popular, I have to get used to it pretty much. That's pretty much sums up what they
there
said.
We go. I got it.
Yeah.
I think I'm not that popular. I haven't got a fake fan page yet, but that's
you will. You will.
So I just want to say at the end of this, I love you.
Love you.
I love Monty.
Love you too.
I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
I think that we should not take our exes for granted, because sometimes it was just for that season,
Right.
Me and you had a situation where it was a seasonal thing. And at the time, we may not have known that, but I think going back and looking at it, it was a very seasonal thing because we were coming out together. Yeah. And who would have known that? I mean, honestly, I don't think I knew that until like years later, that you were not out when I came out.
Right.
But I probably I would have stayed in the closet.
Right.
But I do appreciate our experience together. I think that I would have never been who I am if I did not experience that.
Same.
And yeah, absolutely. I think that I want this to be a learning lesson for someone coming up after us.
Please learn from us. Please.
Just say, hey, this may not be my everyday, but this is my today.
Right.
And after my today is over with, it doesn't have to be bad.
Right.
It just is our situation for this time. But we can make memories after today, make those type of decisions. There's no one on this earth that can tell me anything about you that I don't know. And you know that.
True.
I'm like, well, do you know what I know now?
Right.
I like that. I love being the trump card.
Right. I always told people this. I was like, if you all want to know something negative about me, the only person that you really can ask is Aaron, because he knows all my secrets. He knows everything about my life. Well, now Monty, so if y'all wanted to get together and destroy me now, y'all could do that. But nobody.
Call me Monty. I'm just fine.
No one else had the ability No one else has the ability. None of my past exes had the ability because I never was open with them as I was with you two. So, and as I am with Aaron.
Well, you know, but Monty did have my experience because I had to deal with them and you at the same time.
Right. Monty is blessed to get.
Actually, Monty, because Monty had to deal with me, but I was good to Monty though.
Right.
So Monty, do I need to go back and get Monty the experience so he understands? I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I made sure that I didn't do that with Monty on purpose because when I did go through that, it wasn't good. Right. I didn't feel good. And I felt like I cheated. Well, I feel like they were cheated. And I feel like you are not a person who wants to hurt people.
Right.
So you try to do it the best way that you can, but then you met me. I'm like, no, he's really done with all this shit. Like it's me. It's me. We're together. Fuck all y'all at this point. But you know, I don't have to deal with Monty because Monty is a very nice person.
Yes, he's sweet as pie. He is sweet as pie, and
he is. He definitely is. Grateful. But I thank all you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys. Are y'all gonna do something on your YouTube channel soon?
So yes, Monty and I will actually be coming back out with our YouTube channel. But the reason why it's been on hiatus, because a lot of people have asked, is because we moved to Houston. We have been. I got hired to be an executive producer for a new reality show. We started a new business. We've been house hunting, and then we've been busy building what we want our polyamorous family to look like. So we've been working on that. We've been in therapy. We have been just really focusing on trying to establish a life. And
what is a polyamorous family? What is that?
So a polyamorous family is basically the people who we choose with whom we will build relationships with. So
are these intimate relationships or are these sexual relationships?
No, it's intimate. It's an intimate relationship. But to be honest, sex is probably the last on the list, the last thing on the list. But this is really about building a group of like-minded people who really, really love each other, who really have a heart to be together, who really have a heart to build something together, and figuring out how that looks. And then again, we are sexually involved, but it's more about the family aspect more so than anything.
Well, let me say, Delcinia, thank you for the super chat. I'm so late, but happy hump day. Hey. One love. Thank you so much. I think that a lot of people don't understand the difference between being poly and the polygamy situation.
Right.
I think that everybody thinks it's just like a free for all. Everybody just has sex with everybody. There's no genuine relationships going on. And
that's not how that is. Actually, again, sex is the last thing on the list when you're building a polyamorous family the correct way. In our polyamorous family, our goal is to be able to have support, unconditional acceptance, unconditional love, unconditional dream building, and whatever the person's, the people who we decide to partner with in that way, we want to help make sure that their dreams come true, that they are living their best life, that we can be a source of strength. And if they find someone that they want to partner with, they're free to do that at any time. They can do that at any moment that they want. They're free to leave. They're free to do whatever, but we want to be able to support them no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. I think that that's a conversation that should be happening on a different day because I think that people don't really understand what that looks like. And I feel like, even for me, you were dating, I'm like, what is this? What are we doing? Because I need to know before we even become whatever this is, And we went through different stages.
Right.
I think it got at the point where it was at. I wasn't down for it. I think the person that you chose, I was like,
I think you would have been open if it would have been the person that a person that you chose. I think you would have been more.
No, it would have been different if it was a person that was comfortable with me and you, but this person was not for us. I didn't like that.
Right. I totally understand. And that was
thank you so much, Outfit. Like, share all this stuff, do all this stuff. Thank you for my mods, for being in my chat. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn the notifications on all. what definitely appreciate you coming on here today.
No
I
problem.
appreciate our friendship. I appreciate that we're able to do this to help someone because there are people who want to be friends with their ex.
Right. They like if you love them, you love them. Yeah.
Yeah. And what does that look like? And we are an example of what that looks like. No, we're never going to date again. Our love for each other is a strictly friendship way. And if you try to break up with Monty, me and Monty gonna jump him.
Someone said, can Aaron be in a polyamorous relationship? Let me answer that. Yes, Aaron can be in the polyamorous relationship only if he's number one.
Wait, what?
If someone asked, Aaron, could you be in a polyamorous relationship? And I
said
yes.
That? Who said that? You said that?
I think Superhero. But I said, yes, you could be in a polyamorous relationship as long as you are number one. And everybody that came in after you understood it. Yes, please catch the replay because it's good.
You said that, not me. So I'm gonna just leave that.
I'm repeating your words.
So listen, guys. We're gonna leave. Again, I want to celebrate you and Monty for a second. I love Monty. I love you. I definitely appreciate the friendship that we have.
Me too.
I appreciate you being my first boyfriend, my first husband, and be able to let go and to have a healthy relationship with myself, and with you as well, because everybody doesn't have that story.
Right.
People are asking for us to do this more than once, so maybe we'll do this maybe next month we'll do it again. I do think this is therapeutic for people because it's like an ex is like, oh, he needs to die when we break up, but no, he needs to live, and I need to watch his new man experience the shit that I experienced, so I can see if it was me. For me, I want to see that. I do want to see that. But I feel like Monty is a different type of person because Monty is handling it better than I could. So,
well, but Monty's not getting a lot of the bullshit that you had to.
True.
So I grew up a lot since then because I'm sure if I was that person, Monty would have been gone.
Cash at me, Monty, because I held you down.
No, babe, he's serious. He really honestly feels like we owe him.
Cash at me because I held you down, and I ain't know. I'll just. I seriously, I love y'all's love, and that's real shit. I love y'all's love.
Well, but I want to tell you, you are about to become a big ass superstar. Please don't change.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me? What is that banging noise?
I'm in a salon. I'm not sure what they're doing. Once I'm done, and I'll go see.
Yes, I need to come see what my business is doing. I'm gonna come down next month and see what's going on down there.
Y'all see this shit? You ain't did one facial. You ain't did one booty facial. And y'all do know we are the home of the booty.
I'll come stop the booty for a second and be like, okay, now where's my money though?
But
that's fine. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you do.
Yes. So Monty and I, we have a business called Therapeutic Aesthetics, and where we deal
Monty and Mike and SoDebNair have a business together because we are doing this.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Therapeutic Aesthetics, and we do skincare. Our specialties are facials, booty facials. We do foot rubs. We do full body massages. We do a whole lot of great things. We do teeth whitening. We will soon start to offer cool sculpting. And my daughter is now coming into business with me, and she will be she will be offering braiding, so people can actually come to the salon.
What?
And get yeah. So she starts next week. Well, in 2 weeks.
She's moving there.
She's going to come down 1 week a month to do braids.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm super happy for her. Once her business picks up, then she's going to move, and so I'm really glad. And we take Therapeutic Aesthetics on the road. So we will be in Atlanta. We will be in DC. We'll be in Atlanta this Sunday, DC next Sunday, and then Vegas the following Sunday.
So when y'all come to Atlanta, I can get a booty facial while y'all here?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen your booty so much. Yeah, you got it.
I don't even want to say I don't even want to say this. The weird stuff that you did with my booty.
Right.
So it's not even weird to me because you would literally be like,
you're a mess. You're a mess.
No, it wasn't even sexual stuff. You be like, see your butt.
Right.
So it wasn't even always sexual stuff, but it was like, see your butt. You be like, your butt stink, or hey. But I love that stuff though. It's like, oh, your butt look nice today, or oh, your butt look fat today. Like you was like very honest.
I'm a booty man. That's why God gave me therapeutic aesthetics so I could do booty facials all day because I'm a booty man.
Or you got anything else?
No.
You want to give?
Monty and I are actually going to be releasing a music video very soon. I'm hoping that you.
Oh Lord, is it that rap that you was rapping the other day?
Yes. Wow. See, already you giving bad reviews.
Okay, so can you explain booty facial for my friends that are on here, please? Booty
facials is basically a facial that you get on your booty, and it clears up hyperpigmentation. It makes your booty soft. It's supposed to tighten the skin, and it causes you to just have a better look on your butt. That's what.
So, like, if I have like a scab on my butt and there's like a little scar there, y'all can release that.
So, what we can do over time, we can do the necessary things to make it go away. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how many processes do I have to go through for that?
So, I would say probably it's like a 2 to 3 month process, depending on how long it is. But as long as you stay up on your skincare, you'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the website for that?
I don't have a website yet because someone's building it.
I brought that up on purpose. I'm sorry.
Exactly. But you can go to my Instagram page at therapeutic aesthetics.
Yes. I'll send you guys some type of link. Everybody's like, what is a booty facial?
Well, if they go
to the booty facials. Does it make the booty softer? Does it make the booty softer?
Yes, it does. And all we have been getting is nothing but amazing reviews. We remove all the dead skin off of the booty. We remove all the hair that holds odor. We get all the way into the actual hole. We go down to the crack, get into the hole. We clean out all of the dead skin and all of the hair that holds odor and dead skin. Is
it expensive?
I'm not expensive. However, I will tell you that a booty facial does cost $70. And if you get a vajacial, which is the same thing done in the front, whether it's male or female, because a vajacial is basically talking about the V, that's $75. A full body massage is $90, and a facial is $60.
Are you located in Houston?
We are located in Houston. We're in the Galleria area, and we have been booked. I mean, we have been booked. I have so much footage that I have to still put on social media because I just haven't had a chance to do it yet, but we have been booked. Every city we've sold out. We've sold out in every city. All the way to the booty hole, Lord. Yes. Because for some of you all who enjoy someone eating the groceries, you want to make sure that it's clean, it's smooth, it smells good, and let the people of God have their way.
All right. They're saying that this sounds affordable.
It is.
Somebody's taking my Capricorn. This is my favorite Capricorn. She's taking a trip.
Come on, therapeutic aesthetics. You can find it right, just like it sounds on social media.
And my favorite Capricorns will get a discount.
That's fine. I'm with it.
We'll get a discount.
I'm with it.
All right.
So if you get one, listen for everybody who has watched this show. If you decide to book an appointment and you mention the SoDebNair show, I will give you a 10% discount.
They said this is great prices.
Yeah.
So you must be doing something right.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll try to read the financial book so I can see where my income comes in at. So listen, y'all go get the booty facials because I need to find out where my income comes in at so that we can start, whatever's going on. Let's do it. I need to start running a commercial on here. We need to do it,
Well, I do ask you if you would play the music video when it comes out. That's all.
I need to hear the lyrics to that because if it sounds like what I sound like before, I'm not playing that. But we'll try. I'll play the commercial for the business though.
Thank you.
They said, "Do I get a happy ending with my booty facial?" Though, LOL.
So let me make this abundantly clear because
they said LOL.
I know, but let me make this abundantly clear for people who have asked that. Now everybody knows I'm an OnlyFans guy, but this is my job. This is my work. This is what I do to take care of my daughter and my grandson. This is what I'm working.
And my ex-husband.
Because God knows if he needs it, I'm gonna say yeah. So yes, So I don't mix the two. If you are looking for an erotic massage, if you're looking for an erotic, you can book us to do that. However, the cost is greatly different.
Okay.
No,
Are
we're
you
not coming to
coming
New Jersey, but we
to
will be
New
in New
Jersey?
York. We will be in New York on the 21st. If you go to the page, you will see the flyer for New York.
It's not that far from me. I'm going. That's the Capricorn. If the Capricorn comes, y'all need to treat the Capricorn.
We will.
I'm gonna tell you something. If anybody's in this chat that's doing this, the Capricorn, you need to treat the Capricorn like the Capricorn because
I will
I
take
love the
good care of
Capricorn.
the Capricorn. I
Okay.
promise.
I was
As a
going
matter of
to
fact,
ask that.
if the Capricorn is near Houston, the Capricorn can get a free service.
Okay, you heard that he is Capricorn, so you just know what's going on here. They want you to come to New Jersey. It looks like they want you to come to New Jersey.
I will come to New Jersey. We're like so booked right now. I will not be coming to South Carolina.
South Carolina.
But we will be in Charlotte on the 28th. The 27th and the 28th of July, we will be in Charlotte.
And they ain't sound, but they need a massage, but they are a massage therapist. So
okay, cool. Well, listen, if you still come, Monty is the absolute best massage therapist I've ever experienced. So he does all of our massages.
Monty is supposed to be taking me to the gym to show me how to tone my ass, and I need Monty to do that. We had that conversation, and we haven't done this, and I'm getting upset. I done lost this weight, and my ass is going down. I need to tone up my ass. So, Monty, where's he at? Pull him on. Where's he at? Come on back over here. Come on, because I need to have this conversation.
He's ready to go home so we can eat because we've not.
I don't need him to come on this live because we already had this conversation and we have not had this meeting.
Come on, babe. He's crazy.
My ass was nice and now I lost its weight and it looks so saggy and stuff. I needed to look like it used to look. Monty told me that he was going to go to the gym with me so we can tone it back up. And I never saw Monty.
Well, I mean, we done moved to Houston.
Well, y'all here all the time. Y'all here like every week. And we have no appointments and I need some services.
Okay. So when we come this weekend, you make sure you be ready to go to the gym.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. All right. And I'm taking pictures for all your people to see that you're at the gym.
Okay, that's fine. I'll post it. Matter of fact, you can take the video so I can post it on my channel.
Cool.
Okay, so we're gonna get out of here, guys. But I thank you guys so much for coming on here, Monty and Mike, for coming on here and just having this conversation. I think this was really dope. I think that people should see us being friends so that we can stop this narrative as though exes can't be friends or exes can be friends with the new boo, because Monty is more my boo than you are. But I do love this conversation. I thought it was really amazing. And I thank you guys for coming on here. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on those daggone notifications.
That's right.
And when you're doing it, make sure you are turning on the notifications to all so that you get all the notifications, not some of them. I'm going to actually inbox YouTube tomorrow to find out why you all are not getting them. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
No.
Thank you.
Well, we love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.